In this video, I want to introduce the idea of the reciprocal function. So I've drawn a quadratic, y equals x minus 3, x plus 1. So I can see the roots are at 3 and at minus 1. So here's the reciprocal, which is 1 over y. And the first thing I notice is if I want to draw this reciprocal, it's going to have two asymptotes because we're not allowed to make x equal to 3, one of the roots, and the other root, x equals minus 1. So I know that these are asymptotes and they won't go through. So what I'm going to do here is draw on those asymptotes. Now the next thing I can see is that this graph goes through 1 minus 4. Now that means that when I put x as 1 in, I got minus 4 out. So I'm going to put 1 into here and I get minus 4 out. So it's going to this 1 over y is going to give me 1 over minus 4. So 1, and it goes through 1 over minus 4, which is negative a quarter. So negative a quarter is going to be roughly here. So there's another point that I know that the graph goes through. Now, I want to start looking around this asymptote, and I want to look between x is 3 and when it goes through the point 1. So this means if I make an x a number between 3 and this point here, the answer is less than 1. So I'll make an x that number like 3.1, and whatever happens, the answer is less than 1. 1 divided by a number less than 1 is going to give me a number greater than 1. So between here and here, the asymptote, the reciprocal graph is going to come up here. And I think the reciprocal graph is going to come down and cross there. Now the reason I know it is when x is bigger than this number here, when x is bigger than this number here, and it tends towards a large number, this number here is tending towards 0. Now let's just think about that for a minute. I'm making x something like 1,000, and my y output, as x becomes very large, is also very, very large. So I'm doing 1 divided by a large number, so it's tending towards 0. So I think I'm going to get a curve that comes down like that. Similarly, on the other side, I'm going to just label this point here where it goes through 1, and I've got the similar idea where it's going to come down like that. And as this becomes very, very large, y becomes large because x is becoming a small negative number, it's going to be like that. So what happens between the two asymptotes? Well, something similar again. Let's look at the minus 1 here. And let's put a dot in here at the minus 1 and also here. And again, this is going to be between here and here is going to give me a fraction. So this is going to be a very, very small number. 1 divided by the fraction gives me a small number, and it comes up like that. Comes up like that. And it's going to curve around, giving me a local maximum point exactly here where the local minimum was. Becomes a local maximum. So let's see if we can put all that together. I'm going to do a slow plot, and I'm going to enter the equation y equals 1 divided by, there's my reciprocal function. We're doing a slow plot here. You can see how it's come bang through there, like I said, and through there, up to the maximum point, and down it's now going to come through here, and then it's going to tend towards that. And it's coming from here and tending towards 0. Now, it's quite a simple one, but the points are going to be very important for when we come up to do tougher, more challenging reciprocal functions.